So in any event, I had a degree, master's degree, and I went to New York City and went to work with a company called Hazeltine Research Corporation. They were a very forward-thinking research organization working on cutting edge of military systems. They were part of Hazeltine Corporation. Hazeltine was big in TVs, early TV development, and some patents in there. In any event, all these people out there, they were all who were working there were all from New York City, most of them. More than half of them were Jewish. So we lived in a very Jewish community at that time. Learned to really like Jewish people. Didn't know anything about them before that, by the way. You know, they were Jews were over there and we were over here. But I worked on missile tracking radars, classified work for missile tracking radars. If I hadn't worked on classified work, I would have been drafted into the military. I went through that. They called me up. They wanted to put me in an officer candidate school. But I didn't like the idea of being in the military at all, having gone through that initial experience with them, with their testing, etc. So I went to work at a place that had classifications. I could be classified. That extended my draftability for up until age 35, but I was never drafted. So I learned about radar. That's when I began to learn about radar, and we worked on some really tough problems. Trying to track a missile coming in at thousands of miles an hour through the stratosphere at a target somewhere that was going to blow it up. And learned a lot about signal processing. Signal processing is what converts raw radar signals into real information. And various ways to code the radar signals that are sent out to make them more accurate in determining where the missile is, how fast it's going, all those kinds of things. So when the fast thing has to do with Doppler information. Now I'll say something about Doppler now. Doppler was invented by an Austrian scientist. His last name was Doppler, I don't remember the first name. And it was applied to sound. If you hear something coming at you like a train, you'll notice that as it's coming toward you, the frequency of the sound is going up. And when it's going away from you, the frequency of the sound goes down. It's because the wavelengths are compressed coming at you, and they're expanded while it's going away from you. Well, the same thing trues with electromagnetic waves, radio waves. And radio waves include everything from very low frequency radio waves all the way up into light. Light is in fact a radio wave. In quantum mechanics, there becomes when quantum mechanics became known or began to be theorized, quantum mechanics said that all radiation is particulate quanta of energy. And in fact, electromagnetic waves behave like quanta or particles. And there is this great wave-particle controversy. It's not a controversy, it exists, but it's not understandable. How can you shine light at two slits, and on the other side of those slits you get a pattern of light that is the same as it would be if you sent electromagnetic waves through those slits? Why would that be? Still not understood, except it's real. And the interesting thing is when sometimes you can do something mathematically that can't oftentimes be explained until you have experiments. Experiments sometimes explain it, but they still don't tell you the real why. why is light both a particle and a wave? I can't answer that question, so don't ask it. If you haven't seen the movie Oppenheimer, you should. I just saw it yesterday. Did you see it? No, not yet. You have, yeah. Definitely a great movie in many respects. It's it's a modern type movie, and I'm old-fashioned, so I don't like jumping around that much, and it leaves a lot to your imagination, in my opinion. And I think maybe they do it that way so that you'll come back and watch it a second time, a third time, to begin to understand it. Could be, who knows? Might be good for their profits and also good for the individual. You learn more about what it is.